Today, I'm going to teach you 10 simple tips to boost your metabolism, especially if you're after age 40. Now, I'm going to tell you the number one thing that all my clients are doing to lose anywhere from 20 to over 50 pounds and live in their dream body. I'm also going to be teaching you the one sprinkle to add a pinch of day in. That's going to be my tip number one. And you absolutely have to stay around for my tip number 10 because it's going to teach you how you can eat the sweets, the cakes, the brownies that you love if you just add this one additional ingredient. Hi, I'm Nagina Abdullah, weight loss and metabolism boosting coach for Midlife Women. I've helped over 1,500 women lose weight and live in the body of their dreams. Now let's get started on the 10 simple tips for increasing your metabolism after the age of 40. First of all, number one, this is so simple and so easy. And this is the way that I actually got started in losing 40 pounds. And that is by adding cinnamon to your coffee or tea to give yourself the taste of sweet without releasing insulin that's released from sugar, or keeping yourself addicted to the taste of sweet with artificial sweeteners. Now, cinnamon is so easy. All you do is sprinkle a little dash. If you wanted to measure, it's less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. What cinnamon does is that it brings down your blood sugar. And when you keep your blood sugar low and even, that's when you prevent storage of fat. And instead, you're burning more fat. And cinnamon is also important because we crave those sweet flavors at times. And so cinnamon is really great to sprinkle into your coffee, into your tea, or into your smoothies, or on top of any fruit. Okay, number two. Eat slimming carbs, not fast carbs. So one of the biggest things that I did to lose 40 pounds and what I found continued to work after I was age 40 is that I started really just understanding what carbs were good for me to keep my weight down and what carbs were putting weight on. And, I didn't want to take out any macronutrients, any food groups from my day because it just felt restrictive. And I knew that I would binge on them at some point. And so I started learning what are those fast burning carbs that I wanted to take out and swap with slow burning carbs. So slow burning carbs are foods that we add that when we eat them, our blood sugar doesn't spike so quickly. In fact, it stays pretty even. And that's because these carbs are full of fiber and they're also full of protein, which help keep our blood sugar low. And so we're really applying scientific principles to keep our weight at a place that we are happy and keep our metabolism high. Now, let me give you some examples of slow burning carbs that you want to start adding more of. And then I'll let you know about the fast burning carbs that you want to start bringing down in your day. So slow burning carbs, these are things you want to eat more of. So these are things like beans, which are amazing because they're packed with fiber and they also have protein in them. And so what that means is that they don't burn very quickly. They burn pretty slowly. They don't create that blood sugar spike. They're not creating that fat storage. So beans and lentils are amazing. If you don't know how to cook them, I have some great recipes on my website. You can also buy lentils that are already made by, there's a brand called Maya Kamal. That one's a really good one. Or you can also get beans that are canned beans, just rinse them because they have a lot of sodium on them in the beans and just add some spices and flavors. You cook them on the stovetop or you cook them in a crock pot. Now, other really easy, slow burning carbs are Ezekiel bread, which you'll find in the freezer section. And all you have to do is purchase the bread and you can have 1 to 2 slices with a little bit of butter. Usually with your lunch is a really good time to have it. Now, other slow burning carbs are starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes or squash, zucchini. These are really good. They are higher in carb. They are going to spike your blood sugar a bit, but not as much as those fast burning carbs that I'm going to mention in a moment. Then also what I call slimming grains are other slow burning carbs. And these are alternatives to rice, things that are similar to rice. And they include things like couscous, quinoa, millet, and buckwheat. And there's many more as well. Now, some of the fast burning carbs you really want to replace with the slow ones that I mentioned are breads, regular whole wheat breads, regular wheat breads. Wheat in general is not really great for our digestive system. So taking that wheat bread out, also taking out pasta or having small portions of pasta or using other versions of pasta like chickpea pasta or other types of noodles that don't have that level of blood sugar spiking that's happening. Also rice, I just mentioned so many things that you can replace rice with. And then also those snacks, any snacks that come in packages, including granola bars or protein bars, really take those out of your diet. Those are processed carbs and they really spike your blood sugar very quickly. Okay, number 3, eat more, not less, and skip fasting if you're already under eating. Okay. So let me explain. This one is so important because this is what I find that almost every single woman that's coming to me is doing, especially when you're over the age of 40. We have the tendency to undereat because we think that that's going to help us lose weight. And yes, it might have worked in the past, but after the age of 40, our body is needing the nutrients from our food even more because it's not as efficient in gathering those nutrients. So if you undereat, it's really going to be underutilized. So you're not going to have the hormones that you need. You're not going to have the amino acids and the building blocks for your hormones, which after the age of 40 start to decline. They've already started to decline a bit, but they really start declining at a faster rate. And if you don't have those nutrients to keep them healthy, then they're going to decline faster. The other thing is that you really want to keep your metabolism high. And so when you are eating less, you're actually lowering your metabolism. Because I want you to think about that. If you go from eating something like 1,400 or 1,600 calories to 1,000 or 1,100 calories, then what's going to happen is your body's energy is going to meet that amount that you're giving it. So your metabolism slows. And so then, yeah, you might be able to lose some weight, but your body's going to stall out at a certain point because your metabolism is so slow. And you're going to have to eat less than that in order to keep losing weight. And then you're going against the health of your body because you're going to need those nutrients for your hormones. If your hormones aren't optimized, then you're also going to run into trouble with losing weight. So the best thing to do is eat more and eat more metabolism boosting foods that I'm talking about in these tips. Okay. Now, so many women, they want to start fasting because they heard that their friend's cousin started to fast and they lost like 30 pounds. Your sister's best friend started to intermittent fast and she lost 50 pounds. And so I just want you to know you have to use the thing that's right for you. If you are someone that's not overeating, intermittent fasting is likely not going to work for you. It helps people to cut and to control their calories. But if you are already eating less and then you intermittent fast, you're going to notice no difference at all. And in fact, your metabolism is going to slow. So what I want you to do is eat more of the foods that I'm talking about, eat more of the metabolism boosting foods. You're going to be surprised how much it boosts your metabolism. In fact, the clients I work with are so surprised how much they're eating and how they're losing weight on the scale and in their measurements. They cannot believe it. So believe me, this works. Number 4 tip for increasing your metabolism after 40 is to pair fruit or any sugars that you're having with a nut butter or nuts to reduce blood sugar spikes. So when you're eating a fruit, like you're grabbing a banana, you're grabbing an apple, you're grabbing an orange, and you're thinking that's healthy. Yes, it is healthy. It's not bad for you, but it is spiking your blood sugar because there is absolutely sugar in that fruit. And when you're eating that fruit by itself, it's just going to quickly digest, and then you're going to spike your blood sugar and you are going to put on even more belly fat. Okay. And so a way to prevent this is for you to pair your fruit with a healthy fat or with a healthy protein. So I gave you some examples: nut butter, nuts. You could also do a cheese stick. You could also have a small piece of protein, whether you're having chicken or whether you're having, fish. You're having something else that's going with it, but you're having eggs with it, something that is really easy. Now, one of the things that I love is these egg white wraps, and they're already ready. All you do is put them in the microwave or heat them up on a pan. Each of them has 5 grams of protein. So you could easily eat 1 or 2 for a boost of protein and have that with your fruit. And that's so easy. So if you grab that, you put that in the microwave, then you have your protein and you're combining it with your fruit and you're not spiking your blood sugar. Now, this is also something that comes into play whenever you're eating anything that's sugary or that's going to spike your blood sugar, even if it's natural sugars like fruit, pair it with a healthy fat or a protein. Let's talk about tip number 5. I want you to start your day with a protein more breakfast. And of all the things I'm sharing, this is the easiest. This is one of the key things for you to get started with that will literally help you lose weight this week if you do it consistently for 3 days in a row. Okay. And so I want you to have a protein more breakfast. That means having 30 grams of protein or more. And the reason you want to have that is because that absolutely boosts your metabolism. It gets everything everything going right in the morning. And it also curbs your sugar cravings and your hunger cravings. So you're not desiring to snack as much because protein digests more slowly. So you're not going to feel hungry quickly like you would if you had just eaten something like a bagel or just a piece of fruit or just yogurt without anything else with it. When you're eating 30 grams of protein, it's digesting more slowly. You are curbing your hunger and you're also increasing your metabolism. Okay. And so the way to add 30 grams of protein in your breakfast is to have 2 eggs with 1 cup of liquid egg whites, or you could have Greek yogurt like Oikos 20. So that gives you 20 grams of protein. And then you can add either collagen into your Greek yogurt, or you can add half a scoop of protein powder into your Greek yogurt. You can also have cottage cheese in the same way, or you can also have a smoothie with protein powder and then also about a cup of fruit, and then also try to add some spinach or some other greens in there. That's going to be an amazing start to your day. All right, number 6, start your day with a glass of infused debloating water. Now, what is a glass of infused debloating water? Now, this is like an amazing start to your day. All you do is you infuse a pitcher of water with lemon, with mint, and with cucumber. Okay. Now, lemon helps detox your body because it's acidic. Cucumber is 95% water. It's very hydrating. And in order for our body to actually be hydrated, we need to have foods. We need to associate it with foods or ingredients that include a charge. That's why electrolytes are so popular right now, because water by itself is not necessarily absorbing into your cells. But if you actually have cucumber and you're eating cucumber after you drink it, you're actually going to get that charge without the electrolytes. And then also, by adding mint. Mint will give you a beautiful flavor, a beautiful scent, and it also decreases overeating and sugar cravings. So having a glass of infused debloating water, what you want to do is add all of these 3 ingredients the night before into a pitcher of water that has 6 to 8 glasses of water. Put it in the fridge or keep it on the counter if you don't want it cold, and then it will infuse, pour it into a glass. Make sure you get some of that cucumber and enjoy that glass of infused debloating water. All right, number 7. I want you to follow my fat burning food framework for lunch and for dinner. I created this fat burning food framework after decades of trying what would work and what wouldn't work. And I found that this balance helped increase metabolism so quickly and consistently does it for every woman, especially for women over 40. What you want to do for the fat burning food framework for lunch and dinner is have about 50% of your plate be protein, about 50% of your plate be veggies, and then add a little bit of healthy carbs or have a little bit of healthy fats. Okay. And sometimes your healthy fats are in your protein. If you're having a fattier meat, such as salmon, such as beef, such as chicken thighs, your fat is already in there. So you could just add veggies on the side. I call it tasty veggies. And that's because I want you to add spices to it that boost your metabolism even more. If you have a healthy carb, remember my tip that I just mentioned, tip number 2, where I talked about the slimming carbs. You want to have that as part of your plate as well. So have protein, veggies, and either a healthy fat or either a healthy carb. And you are literally going to be losing weight, especially when you pair that with your protein more breakfast. Number 8, this is another amazing simple tip for increasing your metabolism after 40. Focus on what you're eating first and then think about exercise, because food is 80% of your metabolism. And so if you're someone that feels like you have to lose weight and you have to just work so hard by going to the gym and running and sweating and walking, and if you don't do those things, you feel like you're not actually doing the work to lose weight, well, guess what? You don't have to do those things. You don't have to put yourself to the sweat test in order to get your metabolism high. In fact, if you don't get your food right, you will be wasting your time at the gym. You'll be wasting your time trying to get your heart rate up, because when your food is not dialed in, then things don't matter, because food is 80% of your metabolism. So we really want to get you eating the right food, and everything I'm mentioning in this video is literally going to skyrocket your metabolism if you just follow it. Okay. Follow it consistently. Try to do 1 to 2 of these tips, tomorrow, and try to do it for 3 days in a row. You're going to start to see changes, and then you can add more in. Okay. So I want you to really get your nutrition right and then start looking at exercise. Number 9. This is something I really want to emphasize, and I don't want you to miss this. It is so important for you to add protein to your breakfast, to your lunch, and to your dinner. And if you even want to have a snack with protein, you are not eating too much protein. It is really hard to get too much protein. In fact, that doesn't even make sense to me, like eating too much protein. It is really great to have that 30 grams of protein every single meal, lunch, breakfast, and dinner. And if you have 30 to 40 grams of protein, that's even better. And then if you can do a snack like a Greek yogurt, a cottage cheese, an egg life wrap, that gives you like 5 to 10 more grams of protein, that's amazing as well. Number 10, I love this one. It's so easy. And this is for you to drink apple cider vinegar in water before having a sweet or dessert to reduce your blood sugar spike by over 50%. Now, what you do is you take a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, put it into a glass of water, and then you drink that down before you're going to have your dessert, whether it's a brownie, whether it's chocolate cake, whether it's a pastry. And if you're having it 1 to 10 minutes before that sweet, then drink it with a straw, because that is going to really help you get your metabolism going, and it's going to help you keep your blood sugar low. And so you're not having those spikes. Okay. And so this is really, really key. It's a really easy thing to do. And you can also have apple cider vinegar before you're having any carbs that may not be as healthy as you want them to be. You can also do that apple cider vinegar there. I am so happy that you have heard the 10 simple tips for increasing your metabolism after 40. Now, if you are looking to hear even more in-depth information and transformation for you about how to create a lifestyle where you boost your metabolism every single day, join me in my 5-day metabolism boost for midlife women. I'm going to be doing live presentations every single day that show you more detail about what to include in your breakfast, about different versions of your infused debloating water, about exactly what to add for your fat burning food framework lunches and dinners, and other tips and tricks for you to know what metabolism boosting spices to add for you to get your metabolism going. You can register in the description below. And meanwhile, check out this video that I have here. I can't wait for you to check out this awesome video, which is going to tell you even more. And these are special tips that I have created just for you.